It's Mike here again. Spoke earlier about the enemies of growth. Here's a couple of allies of growth to help you today. Proverbs 15:33, the fear of the Lord teaches a man wisdom, and humility comes before honor. So number one today is humility. Humility and the fear of the Lord bring wealth and honor and life, Proverbs 22:4 says. So it's clear from those two verses that if we walk humbly before God, that's a prerequisite for spiritual growth. Warning here, be careful. Sometimes you can hang around with people who think it's their sole purpose in life is to bring judgment on the Bible. They'll be the ones who challenge leadership often. I don't like what Pastor said about that. I don't agree about this. I don't like the direction the church is taking. They'll criticize young people and up-and-comers, young leaders coming up. And listen for it. When you hear it, you've got to either avoid those people or confront them. Their key phrase is, you don't have to. That's not humility, that's judgment. The second ally to growth is godliness. And growth comes when we learn the commands of God and we allow the Holy Spirit to apply them to our life. The psalmist said this, I will praise you with an upright heart as I learn your righteous laws. I will obey your decrees. Do not utterly forsake me. Psalm 119 verses 7 and 8. So when you come down to it, the Lord requires of old men and old women and young men and young women is that we be disciples. So young or old, the requirements are the same. Faithfulness in the basics, faithfulness in service, faithfulness in stewardship, faithfulness in devotion to Him. And the third one today is simply this, prudence. It says in Proverbs 14:18, the simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. So you see that growth and prudence are linked together. Prudence defined as the ability to govern and discipline oneself by the use of reason. Proverbs 18:15, the heart of the discerning acquires knowledge, the ears of the wise seek it out. That's why I said be careful who you hang around. Notice that Solomon talks about the ears and the heart. What can go in one ear can come out the other, but when it lodges in the heart, it affects the whole life. There is a biblical example of this, and that's my good friend Apollos. I like looking at his life. You see, it says in Acts 18 that he had a thorough knowledge of the scriptures, and yet when he meets Priscilla and Aquila, they invited him to their place to teach him more about the ways of God. And you see with Apollos that it's amazing. As a preacher, he allows lay people to speak into his life and to teach him. And it's amazing too that they had the freedom that they could speak to him. And it's amazing that he had the humility and the prudence to listen to them. Hope this helps you today. Allies for growth. Bless.